Christmas cookies are not just desserts, they're edible memories. From buttery spritz to spiced ginger snaps, our grandmas had a knack for baking treats that filled homes with warmth and joy. In this video, we're taking a sweet trip down memory lane with 25 forgotten Christmas cookies your grandma used to bake. Let's get right to it. 1. Spritz cookies.
Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making spritz cookies. So let's get started.
Spritz cookies, a beloved Scandinavian holiday treat, are characterized by their buttery richness and delicate texture. Made using a simple blend of butter, sugar, egg, flour, and either vanilla or almond extract, these cookies are pressed into intricate shapes using a specialized cookie press. The tool extrudes the dough into festive designs, flowers, wreaths, snowflakes, and trees being perennial favorites. The dough's consistency is key to creating these picture-perfect shapes. It must be soft enough to flow through the press, but firm enough to hold its form during baking. Grandmothers would pass down well-worn presses, often treated like family heirlooms, to ensure the tradition endured. Once the shapes were formed, the cookies would be adorned with colorful sprinkles, finely chopped nuts, or candied cherries to add festive flair. Served alongside mulled cider or hot cocoa, these light, crumbly cookies had a unique ability to make any gathering feel special. While their simplicity makes them a timeless classic, it is their connection to family and tradition that gives them their enduring charm. Next up, we have a super sweet treat, 2. Snickerdoodle.
And today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making some amazing chewy snickerdoodle cookies.
Few cookies evoke nostalgia like snickerdoodle. These soft, chewy treats, coated generously in cinnamon sugar, were often a highlight of holiday baking. Made with butter, sugar, eggs, and flour, their distinctive tang comes from the addition of cream of tartar, a leavening agent that also contributes to their signature cracked surface. Grandmothers perfected the art of rolling dough balls in cinnamon sugar, ensuring an even coating for that unmistakable flavor burst in every bite. The cinnamon sugar mixture caramelizes slightly during baking, creating a delicate crust that contrasts beautifully with the cookie's tender interior. As they bake, snickerdoodles fill the kitchen with the warm, inviting aroma of cinnamon, reminiscent of cozy winter evenings by the fire. Snickerdoodles paired wonderfully with holiday drinks, from a frothy eggnog to a steaming mug of spiced tea. Next up, we have cookies of German origin. 3. Pfeffernusse.
Let me start off with a personal favorite, German Pfeffernusse.
German spice cookies. Pfeffernusse, a traditional German holiday cookie, are as rich in history as they are in flavor. Translating to pepper nuts, these cookies date back to 19th century Europe, when spices were precious commodities. They gained their distinctive name from the liberal use of ground spices such as cinnamon, cloves, ginger, nutmeg, and a hint of white pepper. The dough is made by combining molasses or dark syrup, sugar, eggs, and butter with flour and a medley of spices. After resting to allow the flavors to meld, the dough is shaped into small, walnut-sized balls and baked until firm. Once cooled, the cookies are generously dusted in powdered sugar, creating a snowy white exterior that beautifully complements the spiced warmth within. A hallmark of Pfeffernusse is their texture. Initially firm, they soften with age, making them a perfect make-ahead treat. Grandmothers often stored these cookies in tins lined with wax paper, where they would develop a chewy interior as the powdered sugar absorbed the moisture from the cookies. Traditionally enjoyed with a glass of mulled wine or a steaming cup of coffee, these cookies brought families together in the glow of holiday cheer, just like the next cookie on this list. 4. Springerle. Springerle cookies are works of edible art, famous for their intricate embossed designs. Originating from the German-speaking regions of Europe, these cookies were crafted using carved wooden molds or rolling pins, which imprinted patterns of animals, floral motifs, or religious scenes onto the dough. The dough itself is simple yet unique, made with eggs, powdered sugar, and a touch of anise for its licorice-like flavor. What sets Springerle apart is their preparation process. Once the dough is rolled and stamped, it is left to dry overnight. This allows the designs to set, ensuring they remain sharp during baking. The cookies are traditionally baked at a low temperature to achieve their signature dual texture, a firm, glossy top that preserves the design, and a soft, pillowy interior. This texture, combined with the subtle aroma of anise, made Springerle a favorite among older generations. These cookies were often displayed as decorations before being eaten, with their intricate designs evoking admiration. Dutch cookies? We have those too. 5. Sandtart.
Today, we are making Christmas cookies.
Sandtarts are delicate, buttery cookies with a crisp texture and a heritage deeply rooted in Pennsylvania Dutch traditions. The dough is a mix of butter, sugar, eggs, and flour, rolled paper thin to achieve a wafer-like consistency. What truly elevates sandtarts is their topping. After being cut into shapes, the cookies are brushed with an egg wash and adorned with a sprinkling of cinnamon sugar, finely chopped nuts, or a single almond pressed into the center. The cookies are placed in the oven just long strong enough to achieve a light golden hue while maintaining their signature crispness. The result is a cookie that almost melts in your mouth, leaving behind a lingering, buttery richness complemented by the spiced sweetness of the topping. Sand tarts were often reserved for special occasions due to the labor-intensive process of rolling and cutting the dough. Grandmothers took great pride in their perfectly uniform shapes and the care taken to decorate each cookie. These treats were usually stored in tins, their crisp texture preserved until they were brought out for family gatherings, where they vanished as quickly as they were served. The next cookie is apparently misnamed. 6. Russian tea cakes.
So today we are making a keto-approved Russian tea cake cookie.
Russian tea cakes, also known as Mexican wedding cookies or snowball cookies, are bite-sized spheres of nutty, buttery delight, covered in a thick layer of powdered sugar. Their origins are debated, but one thing is certain. These cookies have been a holiday staple in countless households for generations. The dough is a rich combination of butter, powdered sugar, and finely chopped nuts, typically walnuts, pecans, or almonds, bound together with a touch of vanilla and flour. The absence of eggs gives the cookies their characteristic crumbly texture. After baking to a light golden hue, the warm cookies are rolled in powdered sugar, which clings to their surface and forms a sweet, snowy coating. These cookies were a holiday favorite because they were easy to prepare in large batches and stored well, making them ideal for cookie exchanges or gift-giving. Grandmothers would often pack them in decorative tins, layering them between sheets of wax paper to prevent sticking. Next up, we have cookies baked with rum. 7. Rum balls.
And today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making some boozy, delicious rum balls.
Rum balls are bite-sized confections that pack a flavorful punch. These no-bake treats are a blend of crushed cookies or cake crumbs, cocoa powder, powdered sugar, and a generous splash of dark rum. Rolled into small spheres and often coated in powdered sugar, coconut flakes, or finely chopped nuts, they are a decadent addition to any holiday spread. The beauty of rum balls lies in their simplicity. The mixture is easy to prepare and incredibly versatile, with variations including the addition of chopped dried fruits, spices, or flavored liqueurs. Once shaped, the rum balls are left to chill, allowing the flavors to meld and the texture to firm up. Rum balls were a holiday indulgence for the adults. The rich chocolate flavor, combined with the warmth of the rum, made them a sophisticated treat often served with coffee or dessert wine. Grandmothers would prepare them well in advance, as their flavor only improved with time, making them a perfect make-ahead dessert for busy holiday schedules. The next cookie is one of the sweetest. 8. Jam thumbprint cookies.
And today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making some easy, delicious thumbprint cookies. So let's get started.
Jam thumbprint cookies are a delightful blend of buttery shortbread and fruit preserves. These cookies have a traditional thumbprint in the center, filled with jam or fruit preserves, giving them their name and their unique, charming appearance. They are a favorite at Christmas cookie exchanges and holiday parties. The dough for thumbprint cookies is typically made with butter, sugar, flour, an egg yolk, and a bit of vanilla extract. The dough is mixed until smooth and then chilled for easier handling and to prevent the cookies from spreading too much during baking. Once chilled, small portions of dough are rolled into balls and then lightly flattened with the thumb, creating an indent in the center. A small spoonful of jam or fruit preserves is then placed into each indentation. Raspberry, apricot, and strawberry jams are popular choices, but the cookie can be customized with any fruit spread to suit personal taste. These cookies are baked until the edges are lightly golden, allowing the center to set and the jam to bubble up slightly. The contrast between the tender, buttery cookie and the sweet, sticky jam filling is delightful. The cookie's outer edge remains slightly crisp while the center is tender, with a slight chewiness from the jam. The colorful jam centers stand out against the pale cookie dough, making them a festive addition to any holiday cookie platter. Our next cookie uses peanut butter. 9. Peanut butter blossoms.
Today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making some easy, amazing peanut butter blossoms.
Peanut butter blossoms are an iconic Christmas cookie that combines the rich flavor of peanut butter with the sweet allure of chocolate. These cookies are instantly recognizable by the Hershey's Kiss nestled in the center. The dough for peanut butter blossoms is a straightforward blend of butter, brown sugar, granulated sugar, peanut butter, an egg, and vanilla extract. The peanut butter gives the cookie a distinctive nutty flavor, while the brown sugar adds a rich, molasses-like sweetness. The dough is mixed until smooth and then rolled into balls, which are rolled in granulated sugar before baking. This rolling in sugar creates a slightly crisp outer crust and enhances the sweetness of the cookie. Baking the cookies takes just a few minutes. The cookies are flattened slightly before baking, creating a small indentation in the center that holds the Hershey's Kiss. After baking, the cookies are removed from the oven while still warm, and a chocolate kiss is pressed into the center of each cookie. The heat from the cookies softens the kiss, creating a melty, gooey filling that hardens as the cookie cools. Let's move on to a popular variation of this cookie. 10. Mocha blossom. Mocha blossoms are an elegant twist on the classic peanut butter blossom, offering a combination of coffee and chocolate flavors. These cookies are perfect for those who enjoy a little caffeine kick along with their holiday treats. The dough for mocha blossoms combines butter, brown sugar, granulated sugar, peanut butter, an egg, vanilla extract, and a strong brewed coffee. The coffee adds a subtle bitterness that balances the sweetness of the cookie, while also enhancing the chocolate flavor. Once the dough is ready, it's rolled into balls and rolled in sugar before baking. The cookies are baked just until they are set but not fully cooked, keeping them slightly chewy. After baking, a chocolate kiss is pressed into the center of each cookie, creating a beautiful, melty filling that oozes out when bitten into. The chewy, slightly crispy edges of the cookie, combined with the melty chocolate kiss in the center, create a perfect bite. The coffee flavor enhances the chocolate and peanut butter, giving the cookie a deeper, more complex taste. These cookies are not only delicious but also nostalgic. Next up, we bring you a Christmas regular. 11. Shortbread stars.
Shortbread is my favourite Christmas treat. Every time I bake it, it takes me back to when I was a little girl.
Shortbread stars are a Christmas classic. Their charm lies in their crumbly, melt-in-your-mouth texture, achieved through an elegant balance of unsalted butter, sugar, and flour. The dough is mixed until smooth but not overworked, a crucial step to maintain the shortbread's delicate structure. The creamy flavor of shortbread comes from high-quality butter, preferably European-style butter with a higher fat content. Shortbread is believed to have originated in Scotland in the 16th century and was considered a luxury treat reserved for celebrations, particularly Christmas and New Year, hogmanay. It became associated with the holiday season because of its long shelf life and versatility. Cut into festive star shapes, the cookies are usually decorated with granulated or sanding sugar before baking, adding a delicate sparkle reminiscent of frosty winter mornings. For an added twist, some bakers dip the tips of the stars in chocolate or drizzle them with a vanilla glaze. Variations might include a touch of lemon zest, ground cinnamon, or even finely chopped rosemary to add aromatic depth. Baking these cookies at a low temperature ensures they retain their light golden color while developing a subtle crisp edge. Overbaking can ruin the soft, buttery crumb, so attention to timing is critical. Once cooled, shortbread stars are often stored in tins, where their flavors deepen over time. They pair beautifully with tea, coffee, or a glass of holiday eggnog, making them a delightful centerpiece for Christmas cookie platters. The next cookie on our list uses not only almonds, but also cherries. 12. Cherry almond bars.
Hello friends, today we're going to make almond cherry bars.
Cherry almond bars combine the natural sweetness of cherries with the nutty undertones of almonds. These bars feature a buttery almond crust as the foundation, which is often prepared by blending finely ground almonds with flour and sugar. The crust is pressed into a pan and baked until just golden, creating a sturdy yet tender base for the luscious cherry topping. The topping is a vibrant blend of sweetened cherries, often enhanced with a splash of almond extract to intensify the nutty flavor. Some recipes call for a mixture of fresh and dried cherries, which adds a chewy texture to complement the juiciness of the fruit. Cherry almond bars trace their origins to traditional Scandinavian desserts, where cherries and almonds are popular ingredients in Christmas baking. For variations, the crust can be spiced with ground cardamom or cinnamon, or even replaced with a shortbread-style base for added richness. Some bakers drizzle white chocolate over the cooled bars, or sprinkle slivered almonds on top for texture. They're best served slightly chilled, which allows the flavors to meld and enhances their crisp bite. Pair these bars with a cup of mulled wine or hot cider, and you have a dessert that not only tastes incredible, but also embodies the warmth and cheer of the holidays. We now bring you a cookie that includes citrus fruit. 13. Orange cardamom cookies.
That you and your friends have probably never heard of. They're orange cardamom cookies.
Orange cardamom cookies bring together the bright, citrusy flavor of oranges and the warm, aromatic spice of cardamom. These cookies are often made with a base of butter, sugar, and flour, with orange zest and freshly ground cardamom worked into the dough. Cardamom, a spice with roots in Indian and Middle Eastern cuisines, gained popularity in European baking through trade routes in the 18th century. In Nordic countries, it became a staple in holiday treats, where its slightly floral and peppery notes added warmth to winter confection. The dough is typically rolled into balls and pressed with a fork or cookie stamp, giving them a rustic yet elegant appearance. Some variations include a light orange glaze drizzled over the top, or a sugar coating rolled in orange zest before baking for an extra burst of flavor. These cookies can be modified to suit different preferences. A touch of vanilla or almond extract can add depth, while incorporating chopped nuts, such as pistachios, offers a delightful crunch. Bakers might also substitute part of the flour with almond meal for a nuttier texture. Perfect with a cup of spiced tea or coffee, orange cardamom cookies are as much a sensory experience as they are a holiday treat. Molasses is an unusual ingredient, but our next cookie features 14. Molasses cookies.
Really nice balance between the warm spices and the kind of bitter sweetness of the molasses, and it is a perfect holiday cookie, very easy to make. I'm going to show you how to do it.
The origins of molasses cookies can be traced back to colonial America, where molasses was a widely available sweetener. These cookies were often baked during the holidays because their spiced flavor and long shelf life made them ideal for celebrations. Over time, molasses cookies have become a staple in many family recipe boxes, cherished for their simplicity and nostalgic appeal. The preparation involves creaming butter with sugar and then blending in molasses and egg. Ginger, cinnamon, and cloves are the spices that typically accompany molasses in these cookies. The dry ingredients, flour, spices, and a touch of baking soda are folded in to create a pliable dough. Rolling the dough in granulated or sanding sugar before baking adds a crisp exterior to the otherwise soft cookie. Some bakers prefer to refrigerate the dough overnight to deepen the flavor. To customize, chocolate chips, candied ginger, or dried fruits like raisins can be added. For a crisper texture, the cookies can be rolled thinner, while thicker cookies result in a softer bite. A drizzle of vanilla icing or a dusting of powdered sugar can elevate their presentation. Paired with milk or eggnog, these cookies are a timeless favorite that brings warmth to every holiday table, not unlike the next cookie. 15. Fruitcake cookies.
Today we're making a classic Christmas cookie. These are my old-fashioned fruitcake cookies.
Packed with dried fruits, nuts, and warm spices, fruitcake cookies are a convenient and modern twist on a centuries-old holiday dessert. They feature the same richness and texture variety as their loaf counterpart, but are easier to enjoy in smaller portions. The cookie dough often incorporates butter, brown sugar, and flour, combined with a medley of chopped dried fruits such as raisins, candied cherries, apricots, and pineapple. Pecans or walnuts add crunch, while spices like cinnamon and nutmeg bring the signature warmth of holiday baking. Some recipes call for soaking the dried fruits in rum or brandy beforehand, a nod to the traditional soaking method for fruitcakes. Historically, fruitcakes date back to Roman times, and their modern iteration became a holiday staple in Victorian England. The cookie version emerged in America during the 20th century, as bakers sought to simplify traditional recipes without losing their festive spirit. To customize, variations can include chocolate chips for added sweetness or orange zest to brighten the flavor. Using almond flour in place of all-purpose flour lends a denser, nuttier texture. A glaze of powdered sugar and milk, perhaps spiked with rum, adds a festive finishing touch. These cookies pair wonderfully with tea or coffee. Our next cookie has Italian roots. 16. Italian pignoli cookies.
Today, we're going to bake some pignoli cookies. And pignoli cookies are a very popular Southern Italian cookie.
Pignoli cookies, or biscotti di pignoli, are a luxurious Italian holiday treat made from almond paste and adorned with pine nuts. Known for their chewy centers and nutty exteriors, these cookies are a staple in Southern Italian and Sicilian bakeries, especially during Christmas celebrations. The base of these cookies is almond paste, which is blended with powdered sugar and egg whites to create a sticky, rich dough. The dough is then formed into small rounds, which are generously coated with pine nuts before baking. The pine nuts, or pignoli, toast as the cookies bake, releasing their natural oils and enhancing their flavor. These cookies have a strong connection to Italian Christmas traditions, where almond-based confections symbolize prosperity and good fortune. In some families, pignoli cookies are reserved for special occasions due to the cost of ingredients, particularly the pine nut. For variations, some recipes incorporate a hint of lemon zest or vanilla extract for added depth. The cookies can also be dusted with powdered sugar for a more festive appearance. They're naturally gluten-free, making them a great option for diverse holiday gatherings. Best enjoyed with espresso or dessert wine, pignoli cookies offer a taste of old-world Italy. Like this one, the next cookie is also quite indulgent. 17. Eggnog cookies. Eggnog cookies transform the iconic holiday beverage into a decadent and tender dessert, making them a favorite during the Christmas season. These cookies combine nutmeg, cinnamon, and sometimes a hint of rum or brandy extract to achieve the signature taste. The base dough is made with traditional sugar cookie ingredients like butter, sugar, and flour, but the addition of eggnog replaces some of the liquid elements, lending these cookies their unique flavor. A sprinkle of freshly grated nutmeg on top before baking enhances their festive aroma. Once baked, they are soft, almost cake-like, with a delicate crumb that melts in your mouth. A popular enhancement is an eggnog glaze, typically made with powdered sugar, a splash of eggnog, and a pinch of nutmeg. For those looking to elevate the cookie further, some recipes incorporate cream cheese into the frosting for a richer finish. Eggnog cookies gained popularity during the mid-20th century, coinciding with the rise of eggnog as a quintessential American Christmas drink. They can adapt to personal preferences, with optional add-ins like white chocolate chips or even a sprinkle of dark rum for adult celebrations. Serve these cookies with a mug of warm eggnog or spiced tea for the ultimate holiday pairing. 18. Specula, Dutch windmill cookies. Specula's, or Dutch windmill cookies, are spiced shortbread cookies intricately embossed with festive design. Originating in the Netherlands and Belgium, they are traditionally associated with St. Nicholas Day, December 6th, but have become a beloved holiday treat worldwide. The dough is infused with a medley of spices, including cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, ginger, and cardamom. The use of brown sugar and butter gives these cookies their signature caramelized flavor and crisp texture. Often, almond flour is incorporated for a richer, nuttier profile. The dough is poured into elaborate molds, which imprint the dough with windmill, Sinterklaas, or other traditional motif. While the classic shapes require special wooden mold, rolling pins with engraved patterns or simple cookie cutters can also be used. For a modern twist, consider sandwiching 2 cookies with almond butter or dipping them in dark chocolate. Vegan adaptations are also possible by replacing butter with plant-based alternatives. These cookies make excellent gifts, and their sturdy texture ensures they can be shipped or stored for weeks, spreading holiday cheer far and wide. We now have another cookie with German roots. 19. Cinnamon Stars, Zimtstern.
Today I want to show you how to bake some very famous and delicious German Christmas cookies. They are called Zimtsterne, which can be translated to cinnamon stars.
Cinnamon Stars, or Zimtstern, are an iconic German holiday cookie that exudes the warm, spicy aroma of Christmas markets. These cookies are almond-based, naturally gluten-free, and have a chewy yet slightly crisp texture. Their distinct star shape and snowy white icing make them a festive centerpiece for any cookie platter. The dough combines ground almonds, powdered sugar, egg whites, and a hefty dose of cinnamon, resulting in a nutty, aromatic base. Lemon zest or vanilla extract is often added for a subtle tang or sweetness. Unlike many cookies, the dough is rolled out directly between parchment sheets to prevent sticking, then cut into star shapes. Before baking, each star is carefully brushed with a meringue-like glaze made from egg whites and powdered sugar, which hardens into a crisp shell. Zimtstern originated in 16th century Germany, possibly in Swabia, where almonds were introduced through trade. The cookie became a Christmas tradition due to its luxurious ingredients, symbolizing celebration and abundance. Modern adaptations sometimes incorporate additional spices like clove or nutmeg, or swap almonds for hazelnuts. Some bakers dip the tips in chocolate for a rich finish. Despite their simplicity, Zimtstern require careful handling, as overbaking can ruin their signature chewiness. These cookies are often served alongside mulled wine, spiced cider, or hot tea, like our next cookie. 20. Holiday biscotti.
Say hello to my biscotti recipe. They're super crisp, slightly sweet, and full of big almond flavor. You're gonna love them.
Holiday biscotti are a sophisticated treat that balances crunch with festive flavors, making them perfect for gifting or savoring with a warm beverage. These Italian cookies are traditionally elongated and crisp, ideal for dunking in coffee or hot cocoa. The base dough includes flour, sugar, eggs, and butter, but holiday versions incorporate seasonal ingredients like dried cranberries, pistachios, orange zest, or white chocolate. The red and green colors of cranberries and pistachios evoke a Christmas palette, while the citrus zest adds a bright, tangy note. After the first bake, the biscotti loaf is sliced into thin cookies, then baked again to achieve their trademark crunch. Holiday biscotti trace their roots to medieval Italy, where they were favored for their long shelf life. The word biscotti itself means twice baked, referencing the preparation method. Some bakers drizzle or dip them in chocolate, then sprinkle crushed candy canes or edible glitter for a festive finish. Vegan variations often replace eggs with flaxseed or aquafaba, while gluten-free versions use almond or oat flour. We'll now take a look at one cookie your doctor will probably have you avoid. 21. Chocolate-dipped coconut macaroons. Chocolate-dipped coconut macaroons are a simple holiday cookie that embodies the rich, tropical flavors of coconut. These cookies are light, airy, and sweet, making them a favorite for anyone who enjoys a chewy texture with a bit of crunch. The base is made from shredded coconut, sweetened condensed milk, and egg whites, which is then shaped into small mounds or kisses before baking. The dough is straightforward. Shredded coconut is mixed with sweetened condensed milk and a pinch of vanilla extract until combined. The mixture is then piped or scooped onto a baking sheet and baked until the edges are golden brown and the centers are soft. After baking, the macaroons are dipped halfway into melted chocolate, creating a delicious contrast between the smooth chocolate and the chewy coconut. Chocolate-dipped coconut macaroons have a fascinating history dating back to the 18th century in Europe, with roots possibly tracing to Jewish communities in Italy and France. The cookie became especially popular during Passover because it is naturally gluten-free, using no flour, making it suitable for those avoiding leavened products. Variations include adding a touch of almond extract for a nuttier flavor, or using different types of chocolate, like dark or white, to dip the macaroons. Some recipes also include nuts, like almonds or pecans, mixed into the coconut mixture, adding texture and richness. These macaroons are perfect for holiday gift-giving, often packaged in cellophane bags with festive ribbons or presented in colorful tins, just like our next cookie. 22. Sugar plum cookies. To make sugar plum cookies, softened butter is creamed with powdered sugar until light and fluffy, then flavored with almond extract and vanilla. The dough is rolled into small balls, flattened slightly, and then baked until golden. Upon baking, the cookies are tender and crumbly, offering a texture that melts in the mouth with each bite. Originating from European Christmas traditions, sugar plum cookies are often associated with German and Austrian cookie-making traditions, where they represent the sweet treats of a joyful season. The sugar plum is also a nod to the traditional candy made from dried plums or raisins, known for its sweetness and festive appeal. Variations of these cookies may include dipping them in melted chocolate, rolling them in powdered sugar for a snowy appearance, or adding a sprinkling of colorful sprinkles before baking. Some recipes also incorporate nuts such as walnuts or pecans for added depth of flavor. Sugar plum cookies are perfect for holiday gatherings, served alongside tea or coffee, or packed in gift tins for loved ones. Their delicate sweetness and melt-in-the-mouth texture make them a classic holiday cookie, evoking the spirit of a cozy, festive home. Next up, we have an all-time favorite. 23. Danish butter cookies. Danish butter cookies are a beloved Christmas cookie with a rich, buttery flavor that melts in the mouth. These cookies are typically round and have a beautiful, delicate texture that is neither too crisp nor too soft. The dough for Danish butter cookies is made from only a few simple ingredients: butter, sugar, flour, and sometimes a bit of almond extract or vanilla. The dough is soft and can be piped into various shapes using a cookie press or a piping bag with a decorative tip. Once baked, they maintain their delicate, buttery texture with a slightly crisp edge. Danish butter cookies are often baked into various festive shapes, such as stars, hearts, or wreath, which add to their visual appeal. Some are even shaped like miniature rosettes or shells, further enhancing their holiday charm. Danish butter cookies trace their origins back to the 19th century, and their preparation was influenced by European cookie traditions brought over by Danish royal families and European aristocrats. They became synonymous with Danish bakers and quickly spread to other countries, especially popular during the holiday season. These cookies are traditionally presented in beautiful tin cans, making them perfect for holiday gifts. Variations include adding different nuts, chocolate chips, or dried fruits to the dough, or glazing the tops with a light dusting of powdered sugar. The cookies can also be dipped in chocolate or drizzled with icing for a more decadent version. For our penultimate cookie entry, let's take a trip to Austria. 24. Linzer cookies.
We are going to kick it off with these Linzer cookies, perfect for the holiday season.
Linzer cookies are an exquisite holiday treat inspired by the Austrian Linzer torte. With a foundation of ground almonds or hazelnuts, their dough is buttery yet robust, providing a rich and slightly nutty flavor that contrasts beautifully with the tart jam filling. A touch of cinnamon or lemon zest is often added to enhance their complexity, making each bite a harmonious blend of spice and sweetness. The preparation begins with creaming butter and sugar until fluffy, incorporating eggs and finely ground nuts, and mixing in a blend of flour and optional spices. The dough is chilled to ensure it's firm enough for precise cutting. Once rolled out, cookies are cut into identical shapes, with half featuring decorative cutout. These cutouts not only add visual appeal, but also allow the vibrant jam, traditionally raspberry or red currant, to peek through. After baking to a light golden hue, the cookies are cooled before assembly. The base layer is spread with jam, the cutout layer is gently pressed on top, and a dusting of powdered sugar completes the elegant presentation. Linzer cookies are often the centerpiece of European-style Christmas cookie platters, their delicate textures and striking appearance capturing the festive spirit. Our final cookie mention is probably the most iconic of all Christmas desserts. 25. Gingerbread cookies. Gingerbread cookies are a beloved holiday treat with a rich history that dates back to medieval Europe, where they were initially made with imported ginger from Asia. The dough is typically spiced with ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, giving it a warm, aromatic quality that's instantly recognizable. The deep, dark molasses used in the dough contributes a subtle bitterness and complexity, while the addition of brown sugar enhances the sweetness and texture of the cookie. These cookies are most commonly rolled out and cut into shapes such as gingerbread men, stars, or hearts. parts, making them not only delicious but also festive and fun to decorate. In many cultures, especially in Scandinavia and Germany, gingerbread is synonymous with Christmas tradition. They are not only enjoyed at holiday parties, but are also commonly found at Christmas markets, where they are often displayed in elaborate arrangements, sometimes even in the shape of entire gingerbread houses. The decorating process is a significant part of the gingerbread tradition. Royal icing, made from egg whites and powdered sugar, is used to adorn the cookies, allowing bakers to create intricate designs and colorful details. Aren't these cookies just the best blast from the past? It's amazing how a simple recipe can bring back so many cozy memories. So, which one made you go, "Oh, I remember that"? Let us know in the comment. And if you loved this little stroll down memory lane, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and share it with someone who loves cookies as much as Grandma did.